Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review of another horror film from 1981, and this time it is Just Before Dawn. The Nightmare Has Just Begun. From the director of Squirm, Jeff Lieberman, which I don't like as a human being, which I'll get to at the end, but I've liked a couple of his films. One called Blue Sunshine, I thought that was pretty good. Remote Control with Kevin Dillon, I didn't mind. Squirm, I mean, it's just earthwork. I mean, there was some kind of creepy images. I haven't seen the film in forever. I know there's a Blu-ray of that. Maybe I'll pick that up someday, give it a look. But this is a pretty decent slasher film, I gotta admit. It's a 2-disc DVD. One with the film and second with some features. And the cast, you have Chris Lemmon, who is the son of Jack Lemmon, and he's been in a couple movies. I believe he was on the TV show Thunder in Paradise with Hulk Hogan. He was the co-star of that, partnered up with Hulk Hogan. You also have Gregg Henry, who would be, he played the mayor in Slither. He's been in other films. And George Kennedy, who was in Airport. He was in Death Ship, which I reviewed not too long ago. He was in The Terror Within. Really solid actor. And the movie, well, I mean, really the back of the DVD says it all. 5 teenagers set out for a weekend camping excursion to drink, frolic, and look into a piece of isolated land that one of them has inherited. Despite warnings from various locals about demons in the wilderness, they trek further into the foliage. And then some of them get killed. I mean, Just Before Dawn, what makes the film work, because, I mean, it doesn't have like the biggest body count or the goriest kills or anything. I mean, of the kills, one gets kicked off a rock formation, one woman gets killed off screen, one guy at the beginning gets stabbed with like a serrated machete. Another guy gets stabbed in the stomach. I think other than the killers, that's pretty much it. But I do think it's a well shot movie. Right from the beginning, when it shows the landscape as, like the title suggests, just before dawn. I thought the way the film is shot is pretty damn beautiful. I mean, granted, this DVD is not HD quality or any of that sort, but you could tell that they would really put some effort into making this look good. Again, really nice cinematography. The score by Brad Fiedel. We were going to do the score to Terminator 1 and 2, among others. Brad Fiedel did the score to this. And very creepy score with this, like, whistle that I don't even know if I can fucking do, but see, I can't even do it, but if you go on YouTube, you can find the music. Very eerie, creepy score that really sets a mood for the film. And the teenagers do a good job. I like Chris Lemmon. I like Gregg Henry. The lead, Deborah Benson, she did fine as well. She did a nice job. George Kennedy, always nice to see George Kennedy in there. He plays a forest ranger who warns them not to go in there and helps them out at the end, which was nice. And it starts off with these two hunters finding an abandoned church, and someone fucks with their truck and it crashes to a tree. One of them is killed with a machete and the other guy escapes And like I said, these 5 teens go in. Gregg Henry has inherited this land. There's Gregg Henry right there in red. And some strange things start happening, like this girl feels someone grabbing her in the water. She thinks it's her boyfriend. She turns around, he's not there, so she gets the fuck out of there. Chris Lemmon, he's going across the rope bridge, his hand's cut. The rope bridge gets cut. He hangs on, climbs up. Someone else is on the other side, kicks him off into the water. I don't know how he died because it didn't seem that far of a fall. But I mean, maybe there were like rocks there, and maybe it wasn't as deep of a water. Maybe the water wasn't that deep is what I meant to say. So, and then his body lands with Gregg Henry and Deborah Benson's characters. And the other characters, like the other guy, their friend, the photographer guy, he gets stabbed. The girl's chased to a building, killed. You realize that the killer is actually 2 killers and they're twins, which made it a little bit different. Throughout the film, you see this other girl who you realize is related to the twins, and she tries to help out, and actually helps George Kennedy find out where these teens are at. The ending is interesting because like it's nice that George Kennedy got something to do. They didn't, because sometimes they made some characters absolutely pointless in these movies, but George Kennedy, he actually does get to shoot one of the killers, which is nice. I think by this point they don't know that there's twins, and by then the girl that's related to them has fucked off somewhere. And then the other killer is killed in a pretty different way, where the lead girl punches and pushes her arm down the throat of this killer. Like, kind of like the ending of that monster movie Feast, when the girl puts her arm down into its throat. I'm like, that's a different way to kill a killer. I mean, do I have issues with the film? Is it one of my favorite slasher films? No. I do think the score, the cinematography, which creates this moody atmosphere, being a good-looking film, the liking the actors who played the teens, liking George Kennedy, Chris Lemmon, Gregg Henry, liking Deborah Benson, that goes a long way. It's not like these characters have any depth to them. You do kind of wish for like a bigger body count, or it to be a gorier movie, or of that sort. And the ending, Gregg Henry gets cut. He's not killed, but he just gets cut. And he does nothing. And like the girl has to do on her own, even though she's getting like beaten up and bear hugged. I'm like, why do they have just Gregg Henry just staring and doing nothing? It's like, at least do something. Okay, if you want to give the kill to the girl, that's fine. I'm fine with you having the girl get the kill, but at least let Gregg Henry try to help her. It's his girlfriend. Like, get up and like smash something on the guy's back, or in the face, or stab him in the arm, or stab him in the dick, stab him up the ass, kick him in the ass, spit in his face, use rude gestures, any fucking thing. But the fact that they just wrote it that Gregg Henry did nothing, I thought that was really lame. I'm like, I like Gregg Henry as an actor. Just have him do something to help the lead lady. To, help his girlfriend. But, I guess it's to show that this is like a feminist movie before the feminist thing really went off the ears. Like, nope. Gotta have the woman do it all. She can't have any help. which I know that's bullshit. I mean, George Kennedy, he's a guy, and he kills the first killer. So that's not true at all. It's just that it bugged me that they did... Again, you didn't have the girl kill the other bad guy, but have Gregg Henry do something. And not sit there with a thumb up his ass. But, you know, she does it, and again, it's a pretty interesting kill. And there's really not much to say about the film. It's not an action-packed film. It's not a big body count film. It's not that gory of a film. So if you're going into it for those aspects, you'd probably be disappointed. It's more of a atmosphere based on the score, cinematography, pretty decent actors in there, and kind of an intimidating killer. I mean, these are big guys. They're not regular looking jamokes. I think if you're a fan of slasher films, it's definitely worth a watch. Definitely worth a watch. I think most people are slasher films they have seen, but if you haven't, it's worth a watch. Now, something I mentioned at the beginning, Jeff Lieberman is a decent director. I don't really care for him as a human being, because what happened is, this was years ago, I believe on my older channel. So, was it on my older? I can't remember. Maybe it was on this channel. Yeah, I reviewed a film he directed called Remote Control with Kevin Dillon, which at this point, it was only on VHS. There's no DVD, there's no Blu-ray, it was only on VHS. And so, you know, I had seen this film because Kevin Dillon is in it. And I had seen Blue Sunshine. I'm like, I like that film. So, okay, Jeff Lieberman, he did this film with Kevin Dillon. Seemed like an interesting idea. And I saw it, and I liked it. And I did a review with some footage. Which, of course, everyone else uses footage on reviews. Or on other videos like CinemaSins. Which they showed the entire movie in the span of 15-20 minutes. With all the spoilers. And many other people do reviews. So I'm like, okay, this film's only on VHS. I want people to, hey, check it out. This is pretty decent. And I showed a couple scenes. The show intercut with me talking about how much I liked it. And without any warning, I got the video taken down, among other stuff, because the director, and they even said, like, who did it? The director, Jeff Lieberman. Then come to find out later that, oh, he was coming out with a DVD and Blu-ray, so I guess he didn't want anybody talking about his film with footage, since he was coming out with I don't know if it was a Blu-ray, but at least a DVD of it. I'm thinking, well, number one, consider this free promotion. Number two, didn't make any money off it. And number three, why don't you just ask? I would gladly do another review with no footage. But, you know, whatever. He wants to be that way. Fuck him. See, Jeff Lieberman, I don't have any footage of your movie. So, Jeff Lieberman, you're an asshole. That's just my opinion. But with that said, I do think this is a decent slasher film. I do think Jeff Lieberman did a more than competent job. And it's well worth a look if you're into slasher movies. It's not one of my favorites, would not be in my top 10 or anything, but it's a decent one. So either way, thanks for watching, take care, and stay tuned for more reviews of 80s horror films later.